Hello, Tungsten Miner here. Today I'm going to cover a combination of mods that we're using in the Ad Astra mod pack to create an in-game economy. So the first of those is thermal expansion, and this is to create coins from raw materials we find in the game. Second is the Fex's Small Money mod, which adds an ATM so that you can deposit the coins into your bank account. And then finally, the Oxygen mod, which actually has a whole bunch of submods. We're going to cover parts of that, which allows you to create an in-game marketplace. So let's jump in. So here we've got the raw materials, silver, gold, and actually copper too, but that's so little we hardly talk about it. Anyway, so you find these raw ores in the game, of course, and then you bring them over to this combination of machines. So here we've got a pulverizer from thermal expansion. Turn that on. That grinds it, of course, into 2 dust. The 2 dust are going to land in this redstone furnace. Eventually, here they come. And that's going to get smelted into ingots. The 2 ingots, and then will go over into this compactor, which has a hardened upgrade, see the gray corners, which allows it to have 1 augment, this numismatic press. And this takes every ingot that comes in and converts it into 3 coins. And those coins now I've got flowing over into this chest. So I started off with 1 block of ore, turned into 2 dusts, turned into 6 coins. So I'm going to take my coins, and you notice the hover has an extra bit of data in here, which is the value. This is something that the Fex's Small Money mod adds, because I, in the configurations, have said gold coins from thermal expansion are worth 100 currency units. So here it's telling us both how much is this one object worth and how much is this whole stack worth. And since I've got 6 of them, this is 600. If I had silver coins, they'd be 25 apiece. And if I had copper coins, they'd be worth 1 apiece. And that's just the way that this mod pack is configured. The Fex's Small Money mod actually comes with all sorts of bills and coins and currencies and things. That just didn't happen to work very well for the particular mod pack that I'm making. So you can use it by itself. Anyway, so here's the ATM machine. I'm going to take a view of my balance. I've configured things in this mod pack so that every player starts with 100 currency. But I now have some currency in my inventory. In fact, I have 6 gold coins. So I'm going to deposit 600. And notice it's giving this in thousandths of a unit. So I need to add 000 again. Submit. And now you'll notice my inventory is empty because I've deposited all those coins. If I wanted to, I could withdraw some coins. So let's say I wanted to withdraw, and I can actually just click here and type a number, submit, and I get back 1 gold coin. Okay, so we've got some money. What else can we do with it? Well, I can transfer. So here it's going to ask me what other player and how much. Of course, this is a demo world, so there are no other players. But that's kind of it. You can transfer, you can withdraw, you can deposit, and you can view your balance. That's pretty simple ATM machine stuff. Now, you can build these things. The recipe, there is a recipe that you can follow. Of course, being that this is a mod pack, the recipe for this has been configured pretty extensively for the mod pack, so I'm not going to bother showing that. Anyway, having deposited some money, let's look at what we can do with this online marketplace. So I'm going to start. I've configured it to show up when I press F4. With the Ad Astra mod pack. And this gives me this little menu. So mail is kind of what you would expect it to be. We'll get back to that in a little while. Market is where we do all of our transacting. And settings is just how you can configure this particular menu. So let's take a quick look at this, just very briefly. So here we've got some options about colors and status messages. Here we can show various kinds of menus. I've turned off the ones I'm not going to cover today. Mail, marketplace, player list. That's another one of the extensions to the Oxygen kind of system. So Oxygen is a mod which adds this base menu and then a whole bunch of different kind of modular pieces that you can choose or to add or not add. So I've got a couple of different ones installed and I'm only showing off a couple. So I've disabled the menu items for the rest. The other thing you can configure in here is how do things look? Where are they placed? What kind of colors do they use for various things? So very, very configurable, depending upon what your screen size is and all sorts of things. You may find that you want to change the size of the text a little bit. I know I did. Anyway, jumping back into the marketplace. So here we're looking at all of the offers that are potentially for sale. But there are no offers potentially for sale, right? There's nothing here. Quite true. Let's make one. So here I've switched to the selling piece, and I've got a coin in my inventory, which I could sell, and I've got some wheat in my inventory. I'm going to double click on the wheat, and I'm going to say I want to sell 16 of these for 2 coins each. Total price, 32 coins. The listing fee is an optional configuration setting for how much does it take to create a listing at all. And this is usually expressed in the configs as a percentage. So I've set this to something that is low enough where the value that I'm putting this up for means that it rounds to 0. But if I start increasing the price of things, you can see I've turned the listing fee off completely, really, in the configs. The sale fee is a percentage. So 32,000 is the total price here, which means the sale fee is going to be 1% of that. And therefore the profit overall will be the total price minus the sale fee minus the listing fee, and that's what I get to keep if somebody winds up actually buying this thing. So let's reduce this to something more reasonable. And now I want to create my offer. Well, you'll maybe not notice, because I didn't at first, that there's this tiny little sliver of a menu bar way down here at the bottom of the screen. This gives you options for what you can do next. So I can either just click on this E directly, or I can actually just press the E key on my keyboard, which I'm going to do now. Wants to double check, you really want to make this offer, X to cancel, R to confirm. Offer created. Great. So let's go take a look at the buy side of things again. It's not here. Well, remember, there's this little thing down at the bottom. So I've got to press E again. And now it's showing me a list of all of the offers which meet my search criteria. And I can change how, the rarity of items I'm looking for, the profitability of the offers. I can do a text search, price range, lots of different options. You can play around with this. You can always clear all your filters with this button up here, or see the latest filters you've been using with this one. Obviously, test world, there's no other players, just me, so the only offer is the one that I just put up. I'm going to actually buy this. So now it says item purchase, checked mail, click here. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to show you the other way to get there, just in case you happen not to be online when the offer gets purchased. So here I can go to the mail system, and now I've got 2 mails. One of them is for me as the seller of the item, and one of them is for me as the purchaser of the item. So as the seller, it says, okay, here's the date, market sale, your offer of 16 wheat has been purchased by, well, me. So now I can see down here, I've got the options to take the attachment, which is the money, and remove the message. So I'm going to E to take the attachment, R to confirm. I've got the cash back. And now I want to get rid of this thing. So I'm going to click it and say X and R to get rid of it. This is the email that you get when you buy something. So marketplace purchase, I purchased 16 wheat from, well, also me, but normally this would be somebody else that you bought the thing from. And so I'm going to say E to take attachment, R to confirm, X to remove the message, and R to confirm. And I've got a clean inbox again. So that's pretty much it for the mail system as far as receiving emails. Let's talk about sending just briefly. So guess who I'm going to have to send this to? Yep, that's right, just me again. And I can put in a subject line, hello, hi, tungsten. And now I can press E to send my message here, once I've gotten out of that field, and postage. So I have configured things that basic letters are free, but depending upon your mod pack, you might have a cost to be able to send things. R to confirm. Message sending failed. Well, it doesn't let you send things to yourself. So this won't actually work as a very good demo, but it does in fact work if you're sending things to other players. Other options here. So we can send remittance, which is we're going to pay for something. So this might be something that you've done outside of the marketplace system. Maybe you asked for people to come with you on a voyage to the Nether. And they all came and they helped you with your little adventure and gave you some cover while you raided another fortress. And now you're going to pay them the fee that you negotiated for spending some time helping you out. Or whatever, right? Whatever reason you might have to send people money, this is how you do it. Parcel means I want to send an item to another player. So to do that, I'm going to press I to select item. Maybe I'm going to send them this wheat. Close that up. And then I have to tell how much of this I want to send. So maybe I want to send 32. Click out of that, and I can now press E, and it says, okay, yep, 32. In this case, I've configured things so that it costs 10 coins to send a parcel. R to confirm. And of course, I'm sending it to myself, so message sending failed. And then finally, cash on delivery is kind of a combination of the two, where you say, I want to get paid 32 for having sent somebody my 32 pieces of wheat. And so now when this email arrives at the other player's inbox, they're going to have to pay to accept the message. And of course, they can refuse the message too. And message sending failed because I'm sending it to me. Okay, so that kind of covers both of these to the extent to which we really need to. There's other things to explore in here. So you can see all of the offers, you can see the history of what is sold for what prices. None of this makes a whole lot of sense to do in a solo world by myself here. So that's it for how Ad Astra handles its in-game economy. All players start off with 100 coins to begin with, but you can make more coins by mining silver, gold, and copper, running them through a numismatic press in that compactor machine, and then depositing them in the ATM. And then finally, you've got your F4 key in Ad Astra, whatever it is in your mod pack, to be able to pull up the Oxygen menu and access your mail, the marketplace, and all of the other modules and extensions that Oxygen has to offer. So that's it for now. Talk to you later.